40% renewable portfolio standard, a 30% energy efficiency standard by 2030, the most aggressive in the nation. The Public Utility Commission has stepped up, opened 32 dockets on clean energy. Just about 3 weeks ago, they passed a final ruling on decoupling to change the utility business model. You'll see a ruling, I believe, by December on feed-in tariffs to open up and accelerate the market for certain technologies. So, again, a holistic approach to this thing. Part of what we've done in all of this is develop new tools and new data, and again, new ways to looking at all this, new time frames to make this happen. So if you look at it, very quick achievements, we started in January of 2008, first in the nation in solar water heating, second in the nation in PV per capita, double the capacity in 2009. We have a plan for how to deal with bioenergy, first in the nation in energy performance contracts, public buildings, over 600 megawatts of renewables planned on a 1,200 megawatt grid in Oahu. I mean, it's just clearly we've set the stage, but it's going to take implementing, not only in Hawaii, but implementing the smart grid technologies to really make this happen. It's not sufficient to put money in place and expect it to happen. It's not sufficient to talk about it once. It's implementing it every day. And that broad set of partnerships, federal, state, county, NGOs, is critical to make that happen. And I just want to leave with one last thought. And that's the Hawaii legislature looked at greenhouse gas emissions. And they said, if we go and do HCI, we'll get to 39% below Kyoto 1990 levels in Hawaii. So we will solve another problem without having to resort to a state carbon tax, without having to rely on federal cap and trade to come into place. We will solve this for Hawaii just by doing this smart, clean energy thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. Next up, Osamu Onodera from NEDO. Onodera-san.
Thank you very much, Maurice, for your very kind introduction. Before I go to my presentation, let me just explain a little bit about NEDO. NEDO is the implementing arm of new energy and industrial technology R&D in Japan. And we actually conduct a lot of R&D inside Japan, but increasingly we are doing joint cooperation projects with various countries, including US. So with that introduction, let me go without further ado into my presentation. In terms of table of contents, let me see. Well, for some reason, the first part has been deleted, but first is our background. Second is Japan-US Clean Energy Technology Corporation. Third part is APEC 2010-2011. And fourth part is actually a US-Japan cooperation to promote innovation, entrepreneurship, and job creation, which is this part. Oh. For some reason, the background comes out late. So, of course, clean energy technology is very important for three reasons. First is CO2 reduction, second is energy security, and third is economy. For the first part, key technology CO2 reduction. This is a chart by IEA, which looks at how much CO2 has to be reduced in order to change to the 2-degree increase level. We have to, climate change is leading to climate change temperature increases. To keep that to 2 degrees, we have to reduce the baseline emissions of 57 gigaton to the blue map emission to 14 gigaton, which is very, very tough job, as you can see. CCS, renewables, nuclear, power generation efficiency, end-use fuel switching, end-use fuel and electricity efficiency. We have to do everything on these areas in order to reduce CO2 levels to the 2-degree scenario. As you see, energy efficiency contributes a huge amount, including electric vehicles and hybrid, but also renewables and other areas are very important for that. Necessary investment each year to achieve this blue scenario. We have to make 35 coal-fired plants with CCS, 30 nuclear plants every year, 2/3 of Three Gorges Dam in hydro every year, etc., etc. And this blue part is the gap that we need to reach the blue map. And this brown part, present rate, is what we are doing now. So actually, wind onshore, solar, hydro, we are doing a pretty good job globally. But in terms of other areas, such as, and nuclear, we're doing relatively well as well, but solar PV and other areas, we're not doing nearly enough. That means that we have to do a huge amount of investment into clean technology in the next coming 10 years in order to reduce CO2 levels to the necessary level. When we look at world energy demand, this is the energy security side. From 2006 to 2030, world energy demand increases by 1.45 times. And China and India will account for 50% of the increase. Of course, if you limited, add Russia, other Asian countries, Africa, etc., this actually becomes about 80% of the increase. So we have to do a lot to cooperate with these countries in order to decrease energy demand globally. So in terms of how to, if we divide the CO2 emissions into various parts mathematically, we have to reduce CO2 emissions, but at the same time increase GDP. We have to either increase CO2 emissions over energy supply, that is, expand introduction of new energy, nuclear energy, or increase energy efficiency. These are the only two ways where we can get two objectives at the same time. So in order to do that, what is the key thing? The key thing is energy technology. This is a list of 21 technologies that METI has been discussing in order to, that are important to realize our goals. Varying from the supply side to the demand side. Of course, smart grid is something that was not on our radar screen too much, so we have not said the word smart grid as such, but EVs, various high-performance power storage, etc., which are energy management systems, etc., which are kind of elements of the smart grid, are actually all included here. So we have to green the energy supply, we have to green transport, and we have to green industry and the commercial sector. These are all technologies that are necessary in order to do that. So what do we need? We need to increase cooperation between Japan and US in this clean energy technology. Japan, there are similarities in the policy direction between US and Japan. Japan is saying green innovation is very important in order to achieve all of these goals and achieve economic goals at the same time. US, clean tech and green jobs is the kind of emphasis of the US government. There are complementing strengths in terms of strengths of Japan and strengths of US. Strength of Japan is applied technology, manufacturing technology, and also a lot in energy conservation, storage, etc. Strength of US is in basic research, system engineering, and although it is not written here, the entrepreneurship part. That is a very important part that was referred to by Ambassador Roos. But this is something that actually is, as he was also saying, lacking somewhat in Japan. So combining these two parts are very important in order to get to lead the world by deepening a comprehensive partnership and accelerating the technology development, promoting the standardization so that we can change into the new infrastructure. As Mr. Bill Parks was saying, actually the standardization part is very important because there is a lot of legacy systems, both in US, Japan, and various countries. So we have to accelerate the standardization part so that we can change to the new energy infrastructure with lower cost. So an integrated solution to energy security, climate change challenges, and a new core for Japan-US partnership is this clean technology area. Now, bearing in mind that this importance, actually, then Prime Minister Hatoyama and President Obama agreed in November 2009 to Clean Energy Technologies Cooperation, and we have come up with a Clean Energy Technologies Action Plan to look at themes for partnership cooperation between national labs, CCS, energy efficiency, smart grid, Okinawa, Hawaii cooperation, EV, nuclear energy, etc. Here I would like to kind of put light on two parts. Smart grid cooperation. Japan, US is doing a smart grid cooperation in New Mexico. New Mexico has one of the greatest potentials for renewable energy in US and hosts Los Alamos National Laboratory and Sandia National Laboratory. New Mexico state government has taken the initiative also to start this New Mexico Green Grid Initiative, which consists of 5 sites which are related here. And NEDO, together with a number of Japanese companies such as Toshiba, Kyocera, Hitachi, etc., is actually going to participate in 2 of the sites in Los Alamos and Albuquerque with close cooperation with Los Alamos National Laboratory and Sandia National Laboratories. Second point is Hawaii-Okinawa Clean Energy Cooperation. The significance of cooperation, as I think Mr. Bill Parks was saying, Okinawa and Hawaii are very similar in terms of geographical conditions, climate conditions, and energy structure, i.e. dependence on fossil fuels. And it is very, very expensive. Synergy through cooperation, joint creation of a global model for islands, and Okinawa-Hawaii cooperation and symbolic Japan-US cooperation. And actually a signing ceremony for a memorandum of cooperation was signed in June 2010 with Minister Naoshima, Ambassador John Roos, Governor of Okinawa, Mr. Nakaima, and Governor of Hawaii, Ms. Lingle. In terms of another third part is APEC. Actually, APEC, I'm not sure if all of you know, but Japan is actually the host country of APEC 2010. And the theme is change and action in order to try to have a more vibrant APEC economy with growth strategy, including sustainable growth. And this will lead the way to shift to a green economy, promoting energy efficiency and low-carbon energy, etc. Now, one of the key issues is APEC low-carbon model town project. This is something that was launched this year, which we hope will be a key vehicle for leading the shift to the green economy in the APEC region. And actually, next year, US will be the APEC host country, and actually the leaders' meeting will be held in Hawaii, US. So we hope that this clean technology agenda can be an important part of the APEC agenda. APEC low carbon model town project, I will not go into the details, but as you know, half of world population actually live in cities, and cities consume most of the energy. So if we find a model for low carbon model towns and try to disseminate that to the APEC region, then we will be able to decrease the carbon footprint of the Asian economy. And Tianjin City project proposed by China is actually a first case, and we hope that many will follow in the footsteps. I will not dwell too much on the innovation area because that will be discussed in another panel. But this is also a METI and Department of State established a dialogue aiming to support innovation, entrepreneurship, investment, and create new jobs. And actually, clean energy is one of the key areas that is ripe for this area. IT and biotech were the 2 important parts, but actually clean energy is becoming a much more important part of the venture capital portfolio. And this is also another cooperation that is being conducted in the innovation area between what is called Innovation Network Corporation of Japan and the Kaufman Fellows Program, which is also based in the Silicon Valley. So with that, thank you very much for your attention, and we hope that clean technology will be an important part of the US-Japan cooperation agenda. Thank you.